What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Griffin finally back here. It's been a very eventful 2021 so far. Today we're going to be doing a review of our February trip. It's still February technically, but we're not taking a trip this weekend because Texas had a blizzard, and we were snowed in, canceled off of work, shit closed down. People went and bought all the groceries. You know how it is. Um, so nothing crazy going on, but we're gonna talk about our February trip and kind of look into the future of what's really gonna happen over the next few months. Um, February, we took our first trip after having COVID. It was a pretty rough trip. We only went for like 75% of the day because we were just so worn out. We came off quarantine. We kind of went just to kind of get out and go do something productive. So that's what we did, and it was fun. It was a lot of fun. The goal was to be able to ride everything there and be able to walk around and do a whole lot of things, which is kind of another reason why I haven't made any videos, is because it's been really difficult with the power situation, with the storm that came through when we got sick. I was just in no mood, and I tried putting out a couple of videos, but it's just, man, I just really wasn't enthusiastic about it. Like, even the day we went to Six Flags, I was just so out of it. By the time we got there, it was kind of just like a repetition type of thing. So I want to apologize for that. But I mean, I just wasn't feeling it, man. Um, so But when we got there, the Fire and Ice event was there. It was pretty cool. The way the everything was set up was actually set up pretty well. They had the jazz band forming out front. There were a lot of cool things. We took the baby with us, obviously. Um, he always has a good time, so we got to ride most of the rides that he normally rides, with the exception of riding the antique cars. We were in the process of riding the antique cars, and then I was just like, "Hey, man, I'm spent. Let's just leave early and go to the house." It was Super Bowl Sunday, so I was just like, let's dip out. I'm tired. We still got a 3 hour drive back home, so that's what we did. So we just left. I think we left about 5. The park closed at 7. Um, so and then we said, well, we'll just come back, my next weekend off, which is this weekend. But mistakes were made, and Mother Nature decided to have a different approach as far as all that goes. We got like 18 inches of snow, so no more trips this month. Um, the trip in February was actually, I was really surprised of how well the park was set up, how clean the park was, how the operators were operating everything. They had a lot of photo opportunities. We were only there that one day, so we really didn't get an opportunity to get a whole bunch of video while we were there. Um, but we were able to get some, and I thought it was pretty cool. I really enjoyed the event. I was really looking forward to going back. But like I said, the weather kind of, Six Flags closed down too, so nobody was going to be going this weekend anyway. Um, they closed down because of the low temperatures and because of all the ice and snow and stuff. So nobody really was going to be making any effort to go anyway, because nobody could drive, and I much less wasn't going to be driving 3 hours on icy roads. It's just too risky, especially with the 1 year old in the car. Um, so as we look forward into the future of what's really going to happen over the next few months is a question that I've been asking myself. It's something that me and Megan have talked about. If you've seen probably some video game videos coming up, that's just me passing the time right now, because it's wintertime. Wintertime in an amusement park, it's not all that pleasant, especially if you like to do like we like to do. We like to go from open to close, and then the closer you get to closing, the colder it gets, and we don't want to get sick or get a cold or whatever else could possibly go wrong. Um, so we decided to kind of just chill for the winter time. Next month, March, um, is spring break. Spring break for schools. We will not be we Oh my god, I can't believe I'm going to say this. We will be attending Six Flags over Texas during spring break. I don't want to go to Six Flags during spring break because the crowds are like ridiculously insane. So me and Megan, we're both going to have platinum flash passes. We're going to take a trip up there with just the two of us. Um, this week, that week that we go, it'll be the first weekend I'm off in March. I think it's like the 12th, 13th. We'll probably end up going. Um, Probably end up going on Saturday or Sunday. Really don't want to do Saturday. I think it's more apt to go on Sunday, just because of the crowds. And although we're going to have the platinum passes, you want to kind of limit, you know, even with the flash passes, you're still going to have long lines if there's a bunch of people there. So we're really trying to limit how all that goes out. And we're more than likely going to go on a Sunday unless they have some special event going on Saturday that we want to go to. Um, and then the following 2 weeks after that, we'll be going down to Louisiana to visit some family, taking a kid down there, getting a cabin on the lake and stuff, and kind of doing a spring break weekend with with some family members out of town. So that'll be really fun for the kiddo. Um, and then after that, it's April, um, and I don't know if you guys live in or around Texas and in this area, but April is a really, really rough month, depending on the year. Being of how the year started, I have a pretty good feeling that it's going to be a pretty rough month in April, because anybody that knows springtime knows that what the old saying is we heard in elementary schools: April showers brings May flowers, and that's a very real thing. So down here in the South, we get unannounced rain, and it's just a lot of rain in April normally. Um, so we're just gonna play it by ear. The plan would be to try to go to San Antonio in April. That is our plan, to go to San Antonio for a weekend. We're gonna be going to Six Flags Fiesta, Texas. We're finally going to be able to do a review of the park, but we want to set it up to be one of the weekends that is not raining. So we're trying to plan ahead as far as we get closer to that trip. We'll do we'll leave out on Friday. We're not doing SeaWorld. We'll just do Fiesta Texas on Saturday. Do Six Flags Over Texas on Sunday. It'll be one of the weekends in April that we do that, because we've been out of work for literally about a month. Um, I was out of work with COVID for 3 weeks. Um, it was like for about a week, it was really touch and go, um, with everything that was going on with me and everything that COVID was doing to me. It was a little touch and go for about a week. And then after that, it was just kind of like a lot of small stuff. So we end up losing some vacation time, and we end up losing a lot of work time. I think I was off work for almost a month. So surprise, surprise. Um, but with that being said, we thought, our Florida vacation was going to be shot. During the time I had COVID, and even for a couple of 3, 5, maybe even a week after I started feeling better, I actually had no ambition and no anything to even care or think about that trip. I didn't really care. I was thinking about canceling it altogether. But as time went on and things started to get better, I started to realize that that trip is something that I'm really looking forward to. And as we start to make a full recovery now, things are starting to halfway get back to normal. Now we're just waiting on society to get back to normal, letting us go back to work, letting us do pretty much what we do. Um, so that'll be cool. April, we got the San Antonio trip. The kid won't be going with us during that time, because he doesn't have a lot of fun during that time. And when we make a trip to San Antonio, I want him to spend some time with his mom, because we're getting closer and closer to June. May comes around. We'll probably take another trip to San Antonio in May. Megan's birthday is on the 15th, so we'll definitely be taking a trip to San Antonio. The same thing we did in April. We'll do like a Fiesta Texas one day and then over Texas the following day. So that's what we'll do with that. Um, and then May, we will take no trips in May. Um, the first half of May, we'll probably end up doing like over Texas or something. Um, but then after that, when we get close to the end of May, uh, we'll be taking our Magic Springs there in Hot Springs, Arkansas. We're going to be taking the kid and take Megan there so she can see how shit the park is. And so we can do a completely full review of the park. That we haven't really been able to do that since we got the GoPro. So I thought it'd be really good to kind of reevaluate the park, given the fact that it's been closed since last October. Um, and then after May, it's June, so then it's go time. We've got the event at Busch Gardens that we're going to, Iron Gawazi opening, something I'm really looking forward to. We're going to get ERT time on it, so we're definitely going to get some POVs of that video, of that ride. We've got Busch Gardens that Saturday, and then SeaWorld Orlando that Sunday, and then we got Disney World for a week. And then we'll come back, and we won't take any more trips until July. The winter and springtime is really touch and go for being able to take trips, because we wanted to be able to afford the trips that we take on the second half of the year. Although Six Flags is staying open year round, I kind of feel like we needed to kind of just bank up to be able to take those trips later in the future, to be able to bring out more content. And a lot of the stuff that we have is good stuff, but we're really just looking for ways to kind of expand and do new things, with the exception of going to the same two parks over and over and over again. We did get word that Six Flags Magic Mountain is slated to try to open later this year. We're assuming probably the spring or early summer. So that's going to be an opportunity there. We had talked about taking a trip to Six Flags St. Louis. I've already been there once already. I didn't too much care for the park. I think the park is just not enough. It's just it's overrated and overhyped. I feel like Six Flags St. Louis is kind of like a roller coaster graveyard for other parks that have roller coasters they need to get rid of. So, hey, we need to send this somewhere. Where are we going to send it? Hey, let's send it to Six Flags St. Louis. They've got a freeze and a boomerang there, so it's just a lot of knick-knack rides and most of them really aren't all that good. The only thing I really enjoyed about that park was the Great American Scream. That was pretty fun, and then Mr. Freeze. So that was cool. And they had a knockoff of Shockwave, but it wasn't a Schwarzkopf. It was an Intamin ride. So it was pretty rough ride. So really not all that pleasant. But Megan hasn't been, so we might take a trip up there just because. But yeah, 2021 has been starting off pretty rough, not gonna lie, with COVID and the big winter storm that came through here. It's been a while since I've put out a full-on video, because I just haven't been feeling well. And as we're getting back into the routine of going back to work, I just went back to work last weekend. And that was a pretty rough experience. But as we get back into the normal routine of things, we'll continue to, like I had said before, we'll be streaming Destiny 2 on Trovo and kind of making videos here and there when we can. I think we're going to do maybe 3 videos a week. Then we'll kind of mix them up. No difference between Destiny 2. My primary concern is just trying to put out some type of content between now and pretty much March. So anywhere between now and the next few weeks, we got the vlog coming in March. But after that, it's just until the summertime gets here, man, it's just kind of like an up in the air type of thing. So if you guys have any ideas of videos you think that I should make, or any type of content that you guys want to see, let me know in the comments. Well, all right, man, that's going to do it for this one. I appreciate you guys watching and stopping by. And we're really looking forward to seeing you guys in the next one. Like always, man, peace. Say bye-bye. Say bye-bye. Bye. Bye. All right.